Steelers and the Dolphins coming up wild card weekend. Ben, how's your morale?
Very good. How's yours? I hear you sound like you have a little bit of a cold.
Yeah, but you know what? The great ones play like every day's the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, that's very true. Not all of us can wear sweatpants to work, though, doing it.
You'd like to wear. You can wear sweatpants, right? Yeah, there's no dress code.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I wear sweatpants on the sideline. If I asked, I was told by your producer I had to make fun of your sweatpants. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Paulie's setting me up there. Nice, Paulie. Do you remember your draft profile of things that may have bothered you when you're first coming out of Miami of Ohio?
No, I don't.
Paulie, do you have Ben's draft profile there?
Yes. Big arm passer, poised under pressure, terrific pump fake. But then the bad was needs to improve footwork, release, and does not throw the tightest spirals.
Is that accurate? You're okay. You're okay with that?
Yeah, whatever. How many years ago was that now?
Do you remember your 40 time?
I think the best I ran was like 4.75 or something, 4.78.
Yeah, 4.75. Were you deceptively fast? You were deceptively fast, weren't you?
I couldn't break 5 right now if I had to, I don't think.
Could you beat Rich Eisen in a 40-yard dash right now?
Yes. Without even knowing, yes.
What quarterback could you beat right now, 40-yard dash? Starting quarter. Could you beat Brady?
I think so. I think we both might get about halfway and realize it's dumb and stop.
We could make it a 30-yard dash, not a 40-yard dash, if that would help you. But
I might be able to get Phillip Rivers. He's in my draft class, and Eli. It'd be a good race between the draft class guys.
Ooh, I like
Phillip
that.
and Eli.
How important, though, is, we talk about the Hall of Fame this time of the year. At what point have you or will you start thinking about that?
Probably when I get done. It's something that is an awesome honor, obviously. Congrats to Alan Faneca, one of my old teammates who made the finalist list. So, it's just something that you have to think about when you're done. I don't want to think about it now because I feel like I got a lot more to do playing this game. So when I'm done, that's something that'll come into mind, I guess.
I remember getting into a real heated discussion with Alan Faneca, and I was sticking up for you. This is when you were a rookie, and I think Alan said something about, I guess we're going to have to go with the rookie. And I criticized him to say, that's not the way you want to embrace your quarterback. And I don't know if you remember that, but Faneca said something in the locker room that I had a problem with, that I just didn't feel like that he was embracing you as the starting quarterback. Do you remember that?
Absolutely. And Alan and I still joke about that today. Obviously, we can laugh about it now. But, I remember that. And, that meant a lot, kind of coming from a guy that I looked up to as a leader and a guy that was a leader on this team. It hurt, but I also understood where he was coming from. I knew that he was really close with Tommy. And, he's a guy that wanted to go win and knew that we had a really good team and didn't think that a young rookie quarterback could help. So I understood, I guess, where he was coming from, especially playing this game as long as I have now. And you know what? It's kind of water under the bridge now since we went and did it.
He's Ben Roethlisberger, Steelers quarterback, Dolphins coming to town. I went back and was looking at that game when you guys went to Miami, and the Dolphins were really struggling. What do you remember about that game that sort of turned their season around?
Yeah, we didn't. They're a really good football team. I mean, their defensive line gets after it. We made a lot of mistakes on offense. We had a lot of mental errors, and they created by them. We didn't play well, and that's the game that I remember. I tore my meniscus in and tried to play the second half, and just wasn't a fun experience that second half.
But that was the Ndamukong Suh cheap shot?
Well, that's one. Later in the game, he kicked me in my good bad knee.
Did you say anything to him?
No, because at the time I didn't know exactly what happened. I just knew that I felt this pain in my knee, and I thought I knew what happened, but I wasn't sure until I saw it on film. So,
what injury do you think you're going to feel 20 years from now?
Oh, boy, I always worry about the knees. I hope that, like, in 20 years, maybe less, whenever I need, the new knee, I hope it's just like an outpatient surgery, like going to the dentist. They kind of put you out and you walk out. I'm hoping we would get that far that fast. I figure at some point my knees are going to be hurting, and anybody that throws as much as a quarterback does or a pitcher does, you always worry about elbow and shoulder. So I guess that's one too, especially because I want to play catch with my kids, for as long as I can.
Your kid's going to play football?
If they want to. I'm not going to tell them they can't. I will encourage my kids to do whatever they want to do and love to do, and I'll help them with whatever it is. Hopefully it's golf, though.
Could you teach your style? Would you teach your style to a quarterback?
Well, it depends on what you mean by my style. I mean, I think
like extending the play. I mean, you take a lot of hits, but that style is kind of unique in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, also I've been sacked second least in the NFL this year. And that obviously is a credit to my line and just, learning to play the game different as you get older. But, when you say the style, like extending plays, I think that is as much to do with, like, heart and determination and not giving up as a particular style. I don't drop back the pass and say, okay, on this play I'm going to scramble or I'm going to do this or I'm going to try and make this play. It's just out of necessity. It's out of trying not to give up on a play.
But I watch those games on Sunday with Rodney Harrison and Tony Dungy, and they'll say the same thing. Don't let Ben go right, and then somebody will eventually allow you to go right, or you go right, extend a play, and make a big play. If we know what's going to happen, why is it that the defense doesn't or can't stop that?
Because I want them to make me go left because I like throwing to my left better.
Wait, all these years?
They were wrong. The scouting report's wrong.
You like going left.
I do because no one's expecting it.
So now the Dolphins know you like going left. That could change the game coming up this weekend. The biggest offer you got out of high school, aside from Miami of Ohio, was where?
For football?
Yeah.
It depends on who. It depends on who. I mean, I got offers from a lot of schools: Ohio State, Michigan, a lot of Big Ten schools, some SECs, ACCs.
To play quarterback?
Miami, Ohio is the biggest, though. A little bit of both. I think it was, now, especially looking back, you realize you get the letters everyone wants to offer you. You never know what you're going to be till you get there. I know there were rumblings that Ohio State wanted to make me a tight end because I played receiver my junior year. But it felt right with Coach Hepner in Miami.
But if you did it again, it seems like kids want to go to a bigger program, but also the opportunity to be able to play right away. Mm-hmm. Do you think you'd make the same decision?
I do. I love my time at Miami because that was something I looked at too. They had a senior quarterback. I would get to sit behind for my redshirt year and then get a chance to play, or at least compete to play. And that's all I asked for is a chance to compete. And I got that chance with Coach Hep, and I loved him to death, that relationship that we had and I still have with his family. They are family to me, so it's invaluable, and I wouldn't change that or my experience for the world.
How much should we care about what you guys do on your off day? And the reason why I bring it up with the Giants, and you don't have to talk about the Giants if you don't want to, but the wide receivers were in Miami after beating Washington on their day off. How much should we care or know about that?
I don't. I think it's your day off. We don't care what you're doing on your day off. It's just like I spend my days off with my family. That's the point of a day off. You should be able to clear your mind because this is such a grueling and taxing job, both mentally and physically, that if you get a day, you should be able to do what kind of clears your mind and clears your body and gets you ready to go back to work to be at 100% both mentally and physically.
Does public perception matter?
Oh, it always does, doesn't it? I mean, that's especially in a society we live in now with all the Twitters and Instagrams and all the things they have now that I know nothing about. I think public perception is a big deal for people.
How do you keep it loose in the huddle?
Laugh, tell jokes, smile. Just in that moment that I'm out there, whether if I'm during a timeout or something, talk about someone that's in the stands or talk about a defender or make fun of somebody. Just keep it loose.
How did you guys react when you heard what Bradshaw said about Coach Tomlin? Was that an important topic in the locker room?
Not to me. I laughed about it. I'm used to, people just saying whatever. You have to just kind of let it go, dust in the wind kind of thing.
Well, Kansas reference there.
Kansas, yeah.
Nice. What do you listen to that might surprise us?
I love old like 70s and 80s music. Love like Billy Joel. Anything that's just kind of more relaxing. People know when I'm in the weight room because I put on. They're like, "Oh boy, Ben's in here. We got Billy Joel playing. We've got Elton John playing. You've got buddy Tyrone Wells playing just more mellow music, and they want to put on something a little more extreme, and they know I'm in there, and I got seniority, so.
We'll make the Super Bowl if what?
We win all our games.
Nice. Yep, I love that. Yeah, that's a motto to live by. Well, good luck this weekend. We appreciate you joining us. Thanks again.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure, and I hope you feel better.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.